Hello everyone out there in quarantine land. If you're watching this, then unfortunately you're friends with Cole, and we're here to make some hot sauce upon his request with Fresno peppers. What's it called, you ask? Cole's going to blow your butthole out. Ugh.
Butthole's getting blown out.
Now, there are hundreds of varieties of chili from all over the world, and at least 100 of them are indigenous to Mexico, which is that way, I think.
The Fresno chili was developed for commercial cultivation in 1952, which is also the same year that us, the United States, successfully detonated our first hydrogen bomb. Fresno chili grows point up on the plant, unlike other peppers, because its plant is constantly aroused. It's very close to the jalapeno pepper in terms of heat. It's also very close because I'm holding both of them in my hands. Now, some chilies are long and narrow, no thicker than a pencil, while others are globular and plump. Now, upwards of about 80% of a pepper's heat comes from the stems and the veins, and neither cooking them or freezing them will get rid of that heat. So the only thing you can do to reduce it is to cut out the seeds or the stems. But we're not going to do that because we're here to blow your butthole out. If you cut them off, they won't be hot, and then it just blows your butthole. I don't find the Fresno pepper to be particularly hot, so I'm going to add a couple of habaneros to it. Isn't she so pretty? Otherwise, this sauce is only going to be spicy if you're like from Kansas or something. So we've cut the tops off of these little buddies, and we're going to put them inside the juice extractor in order to juice them, in order to chop them, and in order to weaponize them. Woo! Woo! Shot of that. Take all that pulp, put it in a stock pot, take the juice, mix it together. Oh yeah. So we've got all that in the pan, and I added some water, some lime juice, and some vinegar. Vinegar is essential to the hot sauce because it adds a goddamn oomph to the bouquet. It also enhances the flavor of the other ingredients, and along with the lime juice, the acidity in the sauce helps to inhibit oxidation and thus preserves the freshness of the sauce. Much like vodka enhances my flavor by making me funnier and better looking. While marinating my flesh and inhibiting reading. Add some spices to that. Now with spices, go wild. You don't want your hot sauce to be boring. You can use all sorts of stuff. Obviously salt. You can use cinnamon, cumin, cardamom, coriander, turmeric, ginger, dog hair, pencil shavings, like whatever. Remember, you can always make hot sauce naked, but don't make a naked hot sauce. Remember to wash your hands. And not just because you're in quarantine, but because eventually you're going to have to use the restroom. And you don't want this to happen. Oh, motherfucker! Alright, so we simmered that for about half an hour. And we'll put it in the blender to puree to your desired consistency. I recommend letting it cool just a little bit. Don't fill it all the way up, and make sure you let a little bit of the steam out, because if you don't, the lid's going to explode and the hot sauce is going to go fucking everywhere. See? So after you sanitize some bottles in boiling water, air dry them completely, fill one up with a nice load of that hot jazz, slap a label on it, well, that's it. Follow me on Instagram and get the fuck out of my house.